U posljednje vreme pojavljuju se snimci iz čitave Srbije kako starija žena jezivo igra na ulici. Ovo je privuklo pažnju čitavog sveta. Šta mislite, da li je to neki neobjašnjivi fenomen ili jednostavno neslana šala? Procenite sami.
So that was the Serbian dancing lady, or the dancing lady in Serbia, which is just in Eastern Europe, slightly towards Russia. And I've found the Serbian dancing lady, who originates from some sort of lower class myth, a villager myth. But nowadays, it's becoming viral in places like TikTok. It's this lady who people claim to see, and there's videos, as you saw, of her dancing in the streets doing this funky little dance. But at the moment she sees you, she starts to run at you with a knife, and whatever happens after that is fair game. No matter if it's fake and it's just people posing for videos to gain attention, it's still pretty scary. Like, what if you just saw her dancing and you wanted to chill out with her and maybe dance with her, but instead she just kills you? That would stink. Just as a little sidebar, I've seen a few people say that this could never happen in America because the Second Amendment, you know? But do you remember the clown epidemic? We weren't mowing down the clowns, we were pretty scared. So either way, this lady is quite intimidating, especially because she's Serbian. Anyways, I think this Serbian dancing lady can act as a pretty cool metaphor for capitalism, and how on the surface capitalism looks nice and how it's gonna help you out and make your life better. Like it's a fun time, but instead it just tries to kill you. To explain this, I'll need to go into a bit of 19th century history, but don't worry, this won't be a history lecture. I'll try and make it as reductionist as possible. So in short, Tsar Nicholas II of Russia, during the height of the Industrial Revolution, was looking to modernize Russia as they were falling behind the Western European powers. And keep in mind, during this time, everyone was scrambling for power. You know, scramble for Africa, for example. Imperialism and colonialism was still pretty strong. They did try and industrialize Russia, not in a capitalistic way, but it was indeed an expansion of Russian power and hegemony, if that makes sense. And what's crucial to keep in mind is that it was indeed a response to capitalism, which was the sort of stoking the fires of the Industrial Revolution. While this wasn't the only reason for Russian Revolution and Lenin taking the reins during World War I, this is definitely one of the reasons why the Russian Revolution happened, as this modernization or westernization of Russia was not popular at all, and it ended up with Tsar Nicholas getting executed publicly. You know, keep in mind this was going against Russian tradition and so on. So then you have, as I mentioned, Lenin, but ultimately Stalin in the USSR, which leads us up to the Cold War. And during the Cold War, we know that Russia sort of creates this Eastern Bloc of Eastern European countries, including the territory of Serbia. So maybe you see where I'm going with this. The USSR in the Cold War was disastrous for Eastern European countries, as they were completely oppressed in more ways than one, and the people were not happy. And while I won't have any empathy for Serbia because of what they did after, but this dancing lady in Serbia nowadays can almost act as a metaphor. You know, we're coming for full circle for Russia, seeing as she's this impending danger that you look at and you're just frightened and there's nothing you can do about it. But in essence, the reason, not all of the reason, please keep in mind, as we're just having a bit of fun, but a good chunk of the reason why Russia is so fearsome towards Eastern European countries is indeed capitalism. And so not only is the dancing lady Russia, but she is also capitalism. You know, the ultimate fact that capitalism pervades countries or states' decisions and what they do. It makes it more of a realist world, and where countries have to do in order to keep themselves to survive. This semi-viral little spooky creepy pasta or whatever is actually something a bit politically engaging. Hope you enjoyed, and peace and love.